Now this was disappointing. Not because it was bad, no. Far from it. This is still enjoyable from what I've seen so far. This left a good first impression, but Eternal Crusade, the Warhammer 40k free-to-play game, it's disappointing because this was not the MMO it was originally announced as. I can still remember when this was first announced. It was originally announced as a primarily player-driven MMO, and that's what I went into this expecting, but instead I got an online war metagame with competitive matches against different factions. So if, like me, you were expecting a full-on MMO, you will be disappointed at the offset. But when you really get into it and give this thing a go, oh boy, there is some fun to be had here. Essentially, the entire game just boils down to two modes. You've got the competitive faction gameplay, which is basically just different variations of point control, which never actually gets stale, believe it or not. While a lot of the maps do feel samey a good chunk of the time, they're big enough and actually have a good density to them to make them nice and labyrinthine, that they actually do feel unique in of themselves, and it is actually a lot of fun going back and forth between attacking, defending in different matches, like just to keep control of an area for your faction's campaign. And while it is glaringly obvious that there is still some polish needed for this game, the combat is actually pretty damn nice. It's very reminiscent of what Relic did for Space Marine, only it's actually made a bit deeper here thanks to inclusion of character classes. Two classes, for instance, specialize in pushing the assault, capturing control points. Other classes specialize in staying at the back, healing, and others are more geared towards defending control points. That's actually pretty sweet, and actually has a nice balance to it. The rest of the game, though, is primarily just PvE, and this is done through either a standard horde mode or a mission-based mode where you gotta fulfill different objectives and try to make your way through a multi-level gauntlet, which is actually pretty nice. But unfortunately at the time the connection was playing up, so I couldn't capture any footage for them, but they are nice to play, and it is cool to have something other than just straight up PvP. But if I would have to make one other complaint in regards to this first impression, it would be this. So much is gated off behind a paywall in this, it's actually kind of annoying. It is cool that they did stay true to their initial promise of no pay to win, instead it's just pay to look cool. The problem is too much is held off behind a fucking paywall. If you don't have a premium account, which is paid for, sorry, you're not going to get all of your XP, you're not going to get all your requisition points, and you're not going to get all your upgrade points. So things like being able to make a more powerful character and even quicker progression are gated off as an incentive. I can understand the necessity for this free-to-play title to set something up to encourage players to actually spend money on it, but gating off progression, come on. If nothing else, at least the items you can actually get through the microtransactions actually do look pretty cool, but at the moment it is a little bare bones. And it does also kind of suck that each faction has one character class that is locked off unless you have a premium account. So far, I can say this about Eternal Crusade, this can be a fun game. I've been having fun with it so far, and I actually dare say this could end up being my own personal Counter-Strike. I would recommend going into this and having a go at it, but I wouldn't be surprised if you are put off by it and a little disappointed in ways that I really couldn't notice. Give it a look if you're interested, but do be prepared to be put off by some things.
This is a victory is ours!
Alright, thanks for checking out this first impressions, really appreciate it. You are a cool person. I've also got two other first impression videos I'm planning on doing on Crisis 3 and Homefront the Revolution. Why those? Simple. They're the games I use to benchmark my new PC that lets me play stuff like Eternal Crusade. It's so awesome having something like this. Anyway, I'm still going to try to get my review of Yakuza 0 out as soon as possible. I'm aiming for April the 5th to be the last day I actually play it, and I've also got some movie reviews, which reminds me, I'm kind of planning on holding back the movie reviews because, well, my new job's taking up a lot of time, so it looks like I'll be checking out one new movie once every 2 weeks instead of one, just to make things easier for myself and give me more time to edit those things together. So hang on for those, I got all that and more coming up, and as always, stick around.